Oh, like y'all, I hate looking at text messages and I have to call. I have to like rethink everything I talk to somebody. I'm like, wait. Sometimes like you have to talk to yourself. I'm like, you're not even like that. Y'all, I'm just reading my text messages trying to do this live, and I'm like, boy, why? Y'all, let me tell y'all something before we go on our video. Um, Real quick, why do men feel like you're desperate? And I always say I'm single because I'm not married. Okay. But that doesn't mean that I'm not seeing somebody, I'm not talking to somebody. That just means that we're not together. Does that make sense? So until like I become completely like, yeah, I want you to be my old man or I want to be your wife, that you know what I'm saying? Like right now I feel like I'm not in that place to settle for anything and everything. Is that okay? I just wanted to make sure that's okay. I don't want to settle. And yeah, I do talk about my 10-year itch a lot, but I'm not settling. Okay, I'm never gonna settle. But I have my preference with him, but it's not a settling thing. I'm not going to meet his demands. I have feelings and I feel like sometimes men they be rushing because they know like you're a single mom. You might have two or three jobs. Mind your business. And you can do it yourself. So they could tell you anything and everything to make you feel like you in this balloon will never pop, but he will pop it eventually. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm impatient. I'm a very impatient person. If you don't text me instantly, it's not like I'm all that in the bag of chips. I'm going to assume that you're not where you need to be with me. So we're going to cut it off really nice and really easy. Like Tina Turner says, this is going to be nice. Gonna be your rough, whatever she says on rolling on the river. But yeah, it's gonna be nice and easy because hey, and also I have to look at it like this. I have a little girl that I never want her to settle. I know I made bad dating and baby daddy. You don't have to tell me. I can tell myself that. I don't want her to ever settle for any man that tells her she's pretty. And she needs to know that. And be honest with you, I learned that after my first child. Oh gosh, this is not even worth it. And then I demanded a little bit more and I got a little bit better, but it wasn't always top shape. And then my third one, it was like, what the hell was I doing? What the hell? I might as well had still my 10-year itch. At that time, we was probably about 7 or 6 years knowing each other, okay? And I probably had just stuck it with him, but I did not want children with him. Y'all get the difference? Like, no, I didn't want children with him. I knew that because I knew it's going to mess up our dynamic between us, children, and I think it would have. So I am so thankful that I never, and I can't have children with him. But I think that would destroy our dynamic with each other and our passion that we still have. So, and that's not sex passion, it's just caring passion that we have. So, besides that, I'm done talking about myself for a little bit. I was just thrown off by this text messages, y'all. It's so men like this, I really can't stand in real life. Like, I feel like Definitely when a man knows you're a single mom, I get the Jeeper creepers with them. I'm sorry. They just seem very predator. You're the prey. Yeah, predator. Yeah, they don't seem right. Like why you always asking me to go on a date or you want to pick me up? Boy, just realize I said no. First time no still means no. I wish, that could be as considered as sexual harassment if a man keeps on telling you, hey, let me take you out. But you know what? And this is another thing I encourage people to do. Stop. I know there's a TikTok that lady said give a man your phone number and you can block him later. But some of us are too damn nice. So you tell a person, hey, I want to be your friend. We're friends. That's it. When we're friends, you don't ask me to go on dates. So I'm sorry. We're friends. I don't know what I can do on a date with you, but it is what it is. So, y'all, let's get into my Jazzy's life video. Well, I really don't want to get into it because, y'all, I feel like this is personally me. I feel like Jazz got multiple things under her sleeves. And I'm going to tell y'all, and I might be pushing it, I might be going too deep in it. All right. So, if anybody remember December the 6th, the month that Jazz suddenly lost her food stamps. And everybody was like, and she kept coming on there and saying, somebody on YouTube, my subscribers, they came and they called CPS and said that Chris was living with me and, and they took my food stamps. And we all know. They don't take your food stamp for that. They take your food stamps because you didn't research or you probably made too much money. So, this is October. So, and I'm assuming that Jazz will need, and this is still the end of the month. I think Jazz probably shut her page down until the end of November. Well, probably until like the 15th of November, whatever her research is. And it can probably show that she has zero activities and zero money going in that account. So she can get her food stamps. It's like a certain hustle people can do. And then eventually she can turn that bitch back on around November whenever, they close out whatever months or days they need. And then they will determine how much she can get on food stamps. And that kind of made sense. Like, damn, somebody demonetized or turned off everything so their check don't look like it's anything by the what? The research time. Very smart if you ever pay attention to that. That's the reason why you probably see a lot of these YouTubers don't even come on here. Like Chrissy, you'll see her. Oh my gosh. And then she worked really hard and then boom, she stops. And then she'll say something about she has life problems or something like that so she can keep getting the channel. Because it's like a certain hustle. I don't see them getting far in life. But that's just my opinion. Because the way that she was crying and she stopped crying, it just reminded me of fakeness. And y'all, some of y'all might say it's real, but I seen a lot of demonetized channels still be active. You can still watch their stuff. I don't know what YouTube has. I wish I could understand the logic of YouTube and all this stuff, but I don't. Just you have subscribers, and this is what I'm going to talk about. You have subscribers, and your place to be on this platform is to motivate. You're supposed to influence. Even if you're going through it, you're supposed to help people to go through it. And sometimes people don't even know what the hell you're going through, so you can get the glory and the blessing out of it. That's the crazy part about it. See, you're so used to people to be heroes in your life that you don't even understand your personal role in this YouTube channel. See, one thing I learned about YouTube in my personal life is to appreciate your children. Y'all, I cut up with my son every morning. And y'all, I'm gonna have to slow down on Jazz for a minute because I just need to know if I'm the only parent right now in 2024, damn kid is listening to NSYNC bye bye bye. I'm just curious. Please in the comments, just like I'm not alone. Because y'all, when I hear that song, I still smell Word Up magazine. I still smell Clarence. I can I'm getting all of that my teen years fragrance back. I don't know why, but every morning I hear him sing this song like every morning. Okay, I'm good. Okay, I'm good. I promise you, I'm good. Our playlist goes from Bye Bye Bye, Door, because he likes Swim, Door. Um, I think his name is Tom Caddy. He played a song called Red Flags. The list goes on. Like we listen to all types of music. But this boy right here, no fail. Before we drive, like we have to stop doing this by November, by the way. But by the time I drive up to the school, like before we get off on, Ramsey, no, I'm sorry. By the time we get off Rayford Road and it's going to the school, he is he's he's jamming. And I'm like, boy, are you kidding me? Like, seriously, are you kidding me? But that's besides the point. Back to Jazz. It's time for you to appreciate small things in your life. Don't go on here while people are depressed and people are going through it in real life, real time, talking about I'm about to lose this house. Somebody already lost their house. Have you ever thought about that, Jazz? How selfish are you? See, I really agree with that person that was in your chat saying that it wasn't a subscriber. I personally think it's Medusa that did it if she did. Or even if anybody did it, I think she did it. But at the end of the day, you have another platform that one you should be thankful that somebody is taking away that garbage if that's no longer your life. If you no longer that mother that left her kids in a crib long enough for them to play with their poop, thank God. Because that's no longer you. That used to be you. See, I think you're afraid of when you talk about that's my kid's memory. That wasn't good memories, Jazz. That shit was never good memories. Every other week you had a problem. I always think that you're no longer that person when you hear Kaden say, Mom, is that the cash out? Did they send us money? That's no longer you, is what you claiming. Do I want videos of a man that is in a hospital and I'm going to show to my son, hey, son, look at me and your dad. And the dad look like he don't even want to fucking be there. What kind of memories is that, Jazz? I don't think he'll be so proud to say, y'all, that's my daddy right there with my mama. And he said, what did he say? I'm here at least, but I'm here though, right? When she was giving birth to you. That's memories. But that's besides the point, Jazz. Like I said, I think you got something up your sleeve. I think that you probably sabotage your own channel because the tears didn't give me the tears of a worried mother. And also, a worried mother will not stop no show. A worried mother will say, I'm going to get that back watch. But I'm still shocked that you really, after you put out your last registry, knowing that you couldn't afford much, you should have started preparing for getting your license together. For somebody that had to put blankets and rods, and then on top of that, you had to come back on here to address that, hey, I still don't got these items. You don't think you needed a job? See, that bothers me as a mother. That bothers me as a mother, like real term. For me to know that I have to, one, budget a good, because when you get your paycheck every week, every other week, or bi-weekly, or every week, you know what you need to do naturally. Naturally. And for you to get 5K, that runs about probably the average American that's a middle class. Good job, because not many people can pull that. Some people pull about 3 to 4, or hell, even 1,000. I seen it. Mind your business. So that's good. But for you to come on here and tell us how good your life is as a YouTuber, you don't live well. Your life goes raw. Your good time is when you get paid. I would assume, Jazz, if that was your goal, 5K for the month of November, the one that you'll get paid in December for Christmas, if that was your goal, you're not living. You don't have anything that you can say, I was here, besides your YouTube channel, that people probably say, what the hell did y'all watch this lady for? You're not living. And for you to come on here to crying to, I'm assuming about 500 people that was in your live at that time, that come to here because you live in a fantasy that they yearn to have. And not to be creator and content creators. No, they just want to be able to live where you at. If that's exercising, if that's spending time with their kids, um, doing laundry, certain things people are infatuated with because they don't want to do it or they don't have time or they don't have the means to do it. Just to see somebody cook in a kitchen while somebody else is they're not able to do that. Not because they play at work or they enjoy the stay at home fantasy. That's the reason why we watch reactors and we watch channels like you. It's a fantasy to us, right? And then we can go home and try to imitate it and somewhat, and then we realize, mm, let me get to reactor side because I can't jig with you. That's the reason why. Because somebody right now is watching Sky because that's not really a fantasy. That's just something they can watch and they can try to find themselves relating to that person, but they can't. But Jazz, you are most likely probably one of the favorite mommies on the sector. Believe it or not, on both ends, the favorite ones to talk about, and you're the favorite one that people can constantly watch you. You probably are a little bit more steady than Chrissy over there. You're more consistent than Chrissy, but use your use it to your best advantage. Use it to your best advantage. It's crazy to me to see Jazz over there boo-hoo and crying every month about something. It's like, damn. Yo, when a person get diagnosed with cancer, that is traumatizing. I can only imagine. And then when people get and some people can be so shell shocked that they don't cope with it. They can go to chemo, they can do everything, they can even decline, but they can't allow themselves to be the subject of feeling sorry for. That's amazing how that's possible. But Jazz over there acting like she about to drink the Jim Jones Grape Juice Edition 1970. Girl, you don't cheer the F up. People are actually got worse problems than you and they don't even acknowledge it. You have two channels. So what? That one's like 17, 20K. So what? Build it. At one point, some of us have to rush through 500 laps of something to get our children. Make sure they're fed and fed. You have somebody that's going to watch them, make sure they're okay. So what? They're jack offs in real life. They want to take care of their kids. Now, you the one that saw how Chris was with Think Above. You saw how he was. Real life, real term. You saw how hands-on he was with your own personal kids, and you saw how he was when his own kids. Don't expect much. And that was your dumbness. You the one that wanna say, touch me, baby, give me what you got. And that's it. That's all you wanted. And broke men, they like to eat on women for some odd reason. Like, wealthy men don't do that, but broke men, they be just wildflower in there. Wow. Whew. Yeah, that's something I told Penny and my cousins, like, yo, guys that got money or they want money or they like to have what they got, they're gonna typically gonna pass on skiing on you. So that's how your only way of you thinking they love you. Yeah, you need to go see some therapists, a couple of them, okay? But yeah, you know how Jack Chris was, and of course, child support do not pay for our bills, and it shouldn't. But for you, you are used to that. You said you was a good provider. You are one of those women that is willing to only have a kept man in her life. We get it, Jazz. You don't have to explain it no more. But be thankful for whatever you got. And again, your channel is definitely a blessing and a karma at this point. And y'all, when I tell y'all, Jazz, if somebody was really out for you and the way you're acting, you wouldn't survive. Like, you wouldn't survive real life. Like, people in real life don't have time to baby you like social media. They don't. They don't care about anything by just making it. See, I'm also feeling like you had to shut down your channel per se because you didn't get paid for that. Y'all see, Jazz have a different rabbit hole. We can go and explore everything with Jazz, but I'm starting to really feel like you didn't get paid for that promo for that washing machine. Now maybe they might be asking for that washing machine back. Maybe. So hey, there's so much I'm starting to think that could be a possibility. But Jazz just like to throw off the worst of the worst. She likes to throw the worst of the worst. Because y'all, be honest with y'all, I don't. There might be some scenes that Jazz might be pushing the limits, but y'all, let's be honest. There's a channel that YouTube. There's a live I definitely seen on YouTube that they was like under the covers, just moving and shaking, insinuating there was some action going on. While she's like laying there looking at the camera, he's on top of her, and they got a blanket. And YouTube is saying, "Hey, this is YouTube. You need to stop. You need to calm down, or whatever." YouTube is giving them a warning. And they was on there for like 3 hours because you could see that time stamp, and they was cutting up. So, to me, if they're looking and they're examining before they pull something, they probably could say, they're pushing it. They're pushing it. Oh my gosh, they're doing too much. I'm only going to assume that. I'm not going to assume that. But there's another rabbit hole I want to get into because this is very funny to me. So let me see if I can. I want to be there. So hold on, y'all. I'm about to share my screen, and I seen this couple of weeks ago, y'all. Not this guy, but I seen a story on a YouTuber that the FBI took their whole channel. Now, well, Jazz is working with this channel. Very so. But if y'all have a channel with the same phone number, you can do that. Now, I'm only going to assume that Jazz has a different social security attached to my Jazzed Up life. If that makes sense to anybody, let's go. Um, I also don't know if, well, probably not, but y'all get what I'm saying? Like you can have your information because you got like the same. You have a different social a different, not social one, but you have a different user's name, right? But you can still use your phone number on whatever, because my kids got a email, right? And that email got my phone number on it. Does that make sense? So if I'm ever monetized, they most likely will never take my sons or my daughter if they decide to do go on YouTube and start making videos and they get money off of it. They most likely won't be using my social, they'll be using their socials. That makes sense. So that's the only reason I was like, Jazz really showed us the two accounts, but the two accounts might have the phone number attached to both of the emails. That makes sense to anybody. That's just only me then, okay? But let's share this real quick. And I'm not going, y'all go, his name is Echoes from Below. Okay. So these commercials, they want their money, huh? They want their money, honey. Okay, so we're just gonna do a little video.
Influencer has pled guilty
So he's
to
on
stealing
TikTok, but he was also on YouTube.
$1.2 million from the PPP
So
loan
this guy right
and
here,
check protection program. He's
I think on his YouTube channel, I think he said he was talking about he had like almost like maybe almost like 250K on his YouTube channel. But right here, he only has 26. Which one is it? Follow me. Only two followers. Okay, he only had 26.4K. But on his YouTube channel, he had a larger audience. So he had some type of fraud. But y'all, let's look at his channel. His original channel, is this his channel? No. His original channel is, I forgot the end. They took his original channel off due to the fact that I'm sorry, due to the fact that now his PP loan is under investigation. So YouTube have to release and they have to shut down everybody's channel that has anything to do with PP loans. And that is a federal evidence at this point. So maybe I told you I'm going down to a different rabbit hole. I'm not going to sit here and be like, this is what happened, because Jazz, she likes to pull like some tricks and trance on y'all. She likes to do stuff like that. Y'all, and I'll be honest with you. That time that we thought she had a roach in her bathroom when she flinged up the thing, and she came back and said, "Ha ha ha!" Y'all, we know it was a roach. We knew it was a roach, but the way that she said, "Y'all see, this is what it was. Y'all thought it was a roach." Yo, so Jazz is very funny to me. So I don't know. I've been following up on these PPP loans, and there's YouTube is actually like a lot of people don't have their channel, and I don't know if y'all remember there was a family channel. They was doing some type of fraud with, if I think they was collecting dead people's taxes, or they was filing older people. Like I think one of them worked at a nursing home, and they will take their information and they'll start, you know, taking it, but or using it like their social security or whatever. And the YouTube, they turned their channel off, and that was their investigation to the FBI. So again, that's the only thing I'm looking at, y'all. I'm not looking at the facts. I'm just looking at Jazz rabbit hole, because Jazz has a rabbit hole. She's very unpredictable. And y'all, there's three things I said tonight was that she needed to close out her YouTube channel to make sure that she is able to get the maximum food stamps, or they actually did it. Um, what else did I say? Maybe it's actually, reports from other people, or the PP and the federal government got her whole collection just to go back and see. But that is a far fetch, I know. But I just remember hearing, YouTube is turning everybody's channel off if they have anything to do with the PP loan. So I don't know. Maybe Chrissy might be next, y'all. If Chrissy is next, I was like, I was on them. I was on the money. But y'all, another thing that Jazz kept saying, I'm going through things and I'm not even telling y'all about it. I don't even bring it on YouTube. Jazz, why not? You bring everything on YouTube. You bring everything. When you're broke, you tell us. When you're sick, you tell us. If your mama's sick, you tell us. If Philip is going to jail, you tell us. So, what is it that you're going through in real time that you're not telling us? That you can make a money profit off of? I'm trying to understand that. So, that's the reason I have to look at Jazz in a different light. Um, I get it. I enjoy y'all. And again, I'm not laughing at somebody losing that channel. Like she said, this is how I feed my kids, yo. I'm sorry, but that cry reminded me of Amber Heard. My dog got stung by a bee. Yeah, that's what I was looking. I was waiting for her to like. I was waiting for her to say something that was going to rhyme. Oh, I don't know. I'm about to lose it all. Make it happy. Like, girl, calm down. But to me, Jazz is, she don't feel good unless she can get sympathy. Because y'all, real women, and I understand YouTube is a form of income. Hell, some of us wouldn't mind it. I know I wouldn't mind it. But at the end of the day, I know that there's more to life than staying in one spot in your life. Jazz, you probably should be thankful that if you're getting rejected from YouTube as a female talking to you, you're exercising, you're doing this at this point in time. You're saying you're focused on yourself. Well, you can't focus on yourself at the house. You can't focus on yourself. Your girls are getting older. And that's one thing I'm learning, that it's okay. When your kids getting older, that means your kids getting older. You're getting older. And you just gotta start making wiser decisions. Now, you're not being very wise with pulling out the camera. What kind of message are you trying to send your children? You can't even enjoy your son. Y'all, when I tell you my toddler that about to be 4 in February, he don't own a tablet. He don't play on my phone. He might watch his brothers, but he don't do that. He plays with toys. You rather buy a tablet and then say, "What do you want?" He's telling you he wants you to change something on his tablet, but you was like, "Go get your diaper bag." See, if you sat down instead of, you know, trying to trying to keep up with Chrissy or whatever, trying to stay relevant on whatever trendy topics on social media, you'll be able to handle sync above. Y'all, I don't spend no time with my son. And I do, he enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know if I told you I have to go home and I have to watch Don't Play Us Cheap because I told him to go to bed before the end of it. So we got to watch the movie from the beginning. I already told him he can watch the movie with me. We'll sit down and we'll watch Don't Play Us Cheap. I'm his mother. Even my daughter and my middle child. That's something you can't take away. You're sitting here, you'd rather sit and cry in front of strangers than tough it up and just be a mom. The time that you need to be a mom. That's crazy to me. You know what? It's not a rock bottom. It's supposed to be everything in life. By the time you reach 30, everything is a stepping stone. So you going through a bad relationship is a stepping stone. Don't ever look at it as something as a rock bottom. Now I understand where he's coming from because we've been watching this girl never trying better, never trying to elevate to a better place mentally, physically, financially, or even in professionalism and her professionalism style. She never wants to elevate, not evaluate, but she probably do. And Jazz, you was talking about the jobs. Like, how about, this can happen to somebody that really got a job. They got a boss that don't like them. And da 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 da. Girl, if we have a boss who don't like us, everybody has that. Everybody has coworkers that they don't like. See, you wouldn't know that because you never lived in the real world. See, when the real world started getting tough on you, they started asking for something from you, you bailed back. You got pregnant. You felt like if I'm pregnant and Philip is still bringing the money, I'm going to roll this camera in his face and we're going to take family photos and we're going to be sweet and nice. But then shit happens. That would be the time that you can say, "Ooh, let me still roll this camera and work. Let me still roll this camera and find who I am." I tell y'all, There's some things I don't understand about y'all mommies on this channel. Yeah, for example, I won't never get my hair done, and my daughter got to use Dollar Tree products on her hair. But my hair is nice and green and flowy. But my daughter got to stick it out. I would never, and we might do a video on that tonight too. I would never be going out at like 9 o'clock at night. I got to rush to drink my drink and then get dingaling dash and then come on the camera talk about, hey guys, I just got made it home. You see this pizza here? I'm gonna eat it. He couldn't even feed you. he dingaling dashed you. That is wild. Y'all say that's the crazy word. That's the time. That's the sign of crazy work right there. Imagine getting dingaling down and then gotta come home and eat the pizza that's been sitting sitting in the freezer in the oven for 3 hours. But there y'all go. But again, like I said, if PP loans, if that's actually what's going on with the PP loans, as the federal government is pulling people's whole channels, they're pulling it. Jazz, that might be another thing. I don't know. I don't personally think, like you said, King might never take accountability, always blaming somebody. Yeah, that's her. But I'll be honest with you, that's because her parents, she got it from her parents. Both her parents they rather put their disabled child in a home. Jazz had to be pushed away to her grandmother. And oh, we got the baby together. I take care of the baby. Where y'all think she got it from? She got it from the low life Dukes, Kevin and Cheryl. I'm sorry. You know, I'll be honest with you. I used to couldn't stand my stepdad because I always try to come up with excuses and stuff like, oh, I didn't know. How that little cute stuff started, Now it aggravates me. Like being a grown up, that shit aggravates the piss out of me. Definitely when I hear, somebody always have an excuse. It aggravates my soul. I don't know about y'all, but that junk aggravates my soul. But he always used to say the only excuse is death. Jeff, if nobody's not dead, you can still make money. You can still make money. You just choose not to make the money that you need to do. You know you need a job. I'm sorry, you knew that when you couldn't afford. I'm sorry, I must say this. You know that you knew you needed a job when you couldn't afford your gas when you moved in. You knew that YouTube was not paying you what you needed for your everyday life. That's real talk. When you had to put blankets and laundry stuff or toilet paper towels, when you had to put that on your registry, you knew YouTube was not supplying your lifestyle. I tell you, that's one person that most people don't like. I wouldn't mind having I don't drink coffee and I don't drink tea, but I wouldn't mind having a water date with him and nothing sexual. I just would not mind just hearing his way of life, just hearing him talk. But yeah, he's not my role model. I don't worship him, but he's very intriguing right now at my age, and not with like all that other, like technology and stuff like that. I don't care about that. I just like the way that he looks at money. I do. I enjoy it. Um, but he's not the only one that has wealth. And don't look at money as he likes having money. Don't get it twisted. But money is not his motive to, living, if that makes sense. Um, and I just like that. I just want to see wealthy people not need money. They need it, but they don't need it. Y'all get what I'm saying? That's a totally different thing. He has access to it, but he don't need it to live and have a life. And now we need it. We need money to live. We need money to have a life. You know what I'm saying? That's a totally difference. Some people they can live like that. Don't have to be millionaires. I wouldn't mind living and being like that. Like I don't I think my daughter might be like that too. She's going to be the one that has money but don't need money to live. That it sounds crazy, but I think my daughter's definitely going to be one of those people that going to be very wealthy, very disciplined, and you know what I'm saying. Like she's very disciplined. Like now, I'll be like, "Do you want to eat? Do you want to eat out?" No, I have leftovers. You made leftovers, and I'll be like, "Man, I don't want no leftovers." Oh, yeah, I see why. She's definitely my leftover child. I thought she was crazy. I thought like seriously. One day I came home from like work and I like the little oysters and crackers, right? But my daughter, she's like 4. She watched me eat it, and now she eats oysters and crackers, and she takes it to school, and I'm like, baby, they gonna think you're poor. We're not poor. But can you imagine you're sitting at the lunch table and you pulling out your oyster? Yo, she makes me laugh. Like seriously, if it's up to her, she can eat oysters and crackers. I haven't introduced her to plenty meat because I think she'll have a field day with that. But I got to love her. So, but yeah, Jazz, you have to be content with your own personal life, and there's more to YouTube. Okay, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You should already have. Sorry to say, if you a hustler, you should have already had an Instacart account. You should already had um did a pickup service with Walmart. What is that pickup service Walmart have? Spark. You should have DoorDash. You should have all that if you did YouTube. Y'all get what I'm going? Like you should already have that already in your system. But guess what? You rather beef with a woman that lives in Florida than handle your business. You rather beef with a baby mama than handle your business. You rather you rather get shots everywhere in your body than handle your business and getting your driver's license together, your insurance together. Everything is more important than you're like leveling up. And like he said, you hitting rock bottom. We're not hitting rock bottom. We might look like we're at rock bottom because, hey, You don't have this, and I have this, and I get this, and I. Yes, you're right. I don't get $4,000 after they take my taxes. You damn skippy. And I'm not upset. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like I don't bring home $4,000 a month after they take my taxes, but I live or I'm still gaining to live in my means. Does that make me a bad person? No. No, not at all. Not at all. Cause I trust me, and this is something I'm going to go to a different direction. I'm gonna get off of here. If you're not a good steward over your money, there's no way you can be a good steward when you get something better. Jazz, if you can't even take care of what you need to take care of, why would you think that the universe? I believe in God, so I'm gonna just say universe because she believed that we came from monkeys. Why would you think the universe will grant you everything you want? And you're sitting here crying instead of working. And then on top of that, you got on here another time. That blanket, y'all. How you get on here with the blanket? How you didn't get enough cash apps. I mean, I'm sorry. Y'all, when I tell y'all, some people don't have lights because they forgot to put their light bill on. Some people don't have food because they pick another bigger priority, like gas to get to work. So they don't have what they want to eat. Jazz, you at least got your bills paid this month. Maybe you probably can get something paid, but you can still hustle. There's no point. Y'all, I'm gonna laugh because I'm gonna laugh with y'all. I'm gonna laugh with the reactors because I think some of them are funny, but I'm more like a rabbit hole reactor because I know Jazz is she got something up her sleeve. We'll see that channel real soon. Yeah, we'll see it. I don't even think it's gone, y'all. Personally, I don't think it's gone because if it was really gone, really, y'all know how sick she will be. She'll be sick. Like if Peach ever lose her channel, Peach will be sick. You'll walk past Peach and think she'll crackhead. She'll be that sick. And I don't think she makes that much money. Cause I'll be honest with you, if she made that much money, you will see it. She wouldn't have to keep on telling y'all, well, if y'all want a one-on-one with me, it's gonna be $10,000. Nobody don't do no one-on-one with that Peach. Nobody. Peach keep on telling y'all her classes are sold out, but when people go in there, it's only 5 people in there. And AKA she paid them. Just saying. But y'all have a wonderful night. Y'all, I'm about to go and watch Don't Play Us Cheap with this little kid of mine, y'all. Bless his little heart. So that's all I'm gonna say. Got me out here looking at Esther Rose. But that's a cute movie. He likes it. He knows this. He don't talk, but he knows the songs. And I'll be like, hmm. So this year, y'all, and this is not a begging. This is just something I wanted to do. So I saw the record player on like one of the commercials on YouTube. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want him to get that. So I'm going to purchase that for him for Christmas, a scooter. And what else? That's it. That's all I know I'm gonna get. I might get him something else. But what I'm saying is he's not getting a tablet. I want him to be a kid as long as he can be a kid. And I don't know if y'all realize how important that is. If you have a kid under the age of 4, they should not be on no tablets. They can watch TV, and I'm not saying that they can't be on no tablet, but that should not be their babysit choice because you don't have to deal with them. Y'all, when I tell y'all Coco Melon made him stupid, and I can say it, okay? It made him slower. So no, I don't do those channels. It don't stimulate them. It don't make them be creative. It don't make them laugh. It don't make them giggle natural. Y'all understand what I mean? Like, Jazz, understand natural giggles from your kids. Him playing on his tablet, him being quiet because you don't want to deal with him, not because you freaking working. Anybody can put a pot and edit themselves, keep on stirring something 4,000 times. But you gotta actually want to hear him giggle. Your daughter, she's supposed to be having a natural giggle. Y'all understand what I mean? Like, these kids are losing something. And I don't know what it is, but children are not children anymore. It's a certain giggle and a certain smell. Your child should not be smelling like perfume at 5. Like, what you got on? Gucci. Why you got Gucci? You're 5. Yeah, I went to my kid's school, right? And their school don't smell like elementary. Like, my son, when I was in elementary, school smelled like a certain fragrance. Not there. It smells like Starbucks. And I'll be like, why does your school smell like Starbucks? And not like in a coffee room or no, it's just like the kids smell like coffee. Why did y'all smell like y'all had to get a cup of coffee? Y'all came in here. Yeah, kids don't laugh like they used to laugh. Like the hallways used to be chattering like they're on their phones now. Like, so y'all enjoy our children. Like at this point, y'all enjoy them. And my son's gonna get a bike. And I don't know if y'all was on my last live. He wants some shoes that he can tie. Yeah, I told y'all I'll be the first to let y'all know I'm a bad parent. My son refused to learn how to tie shoes, so I'm the parent. I made sure he didn't have to tie shoes. But now he wants to tie shoes. So I'm gonna let him tie y'all don't come for me. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. I'm about to go home again and probably listen to Bye 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 with my son. We're gonna do the dance routine because I told him I'll do the dance routine with him. Lord have mercy. And then I'm going to watch Don't Play Us Cheap with my toddler. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, if y'all got a chance to watch this on YouTube, I think it's real. Hold on, let me really find it for y'all real quick. I'm gonna show it to y'all. Where we at? Okay, so this is the movie right here. So we watch this every night. Every night. Well, not every night, but we watch this. It's a Esther Rose movie. And so if y'all don't know who Esther Rose is, she's the mother from Good Times, okay? So she's the mother from Good Times. And well, you were like, really? He really watched this show? Yes, he does. So it got a lot of adult innuendos in it. And to me, I'm sitting there like thinking, like, are you kidding me? Did they really do that? Really? Did she say that? And so my son, he just enjoys the music part. But to me, I'm like, really? You just met this dude, right? But it's the small things, okay? It's the small things that you can do for your children. And I'm telling y'all, our kids make our life so much better. And before I go, did y'all know in ancient Greek? No, ancient Egypt. They had a bathroom, right? And before toilet paper was made, they had a sponge stick. Now, to clean the sponge stick, you needed vinegar and salt, all right, to sanitize it. But it's just a fact that they cleaned themselves using a sponge that was for the public. Y'all, when you think your life is bad, just realize that every time you go to the bathroom and you need to clean yourself, that you don't have to use a sponge stick. So be thankful. Be thankful that we don't live in that time. Okay? That you don't know better. Okay? Just being honest with y'all. Because it can be worse. All right, I'll talk to y'all beautiful people later. Night night.